de Dr. Lizi. Bienvenido a la familia de retos femeninos. Bienvenido tú. Y qué honor que estés aquí en este espacio, que te unas a este espacio de crecimiento, porque estás dedicando lo más importante que tienes a ti. Y eso me hace súper feliz. Y más cuando estamos hablando de conocer a gente que está cambiando el mundo. Y yo tengo la bendición de entrevistar a gente que está literal cambiando el mundo. Y mi invitado del día de hoy es un hombre, ¿qué les puedo decir? Es un hombre maravilloso. O sea, David Wong, mejor conocido, así en todo el mundo, como The Chi Master, es un visionario, es un inventor, es un emprendedor disruptivo, es fundador de Chi Life, la compañía que está revolucionando el bienestar con tecnologías como Chi Coil y esta maravilla que se llama Aura Coil. Es autor, bestseller del libro Life of Chi, The Science of Life Force, donde explora el poder que tenemos los seres humanos de transformar nuestra energía y las frecuencias. Es experto en energía, chi y artes marciales y ha dedicado su vida a desbloquear el potencial oculto en su cuerpo y en el cuerpo de miles, si no millones de personas más. Así que hoy sus dispositivos Chi Coil, Aura Coil, Chi Life, Chi Energy, pues son utilizados por muchísimos biohackers, médicos, entrenadores elite en todo el mundo. ¿Para qué? Para potenciar la salud, la energía, el rendimiento. Así que, ¿cómo no estar contenta de poderles presentar y darle la bienvenida a este espacio a David Wong, que pues además de ser un gran amigo que me presentó Dr. Fat Mancini, que es otro gran amigo. A ver dónde anda David, que no lo vemos todavía. Déjame avisarle a David que estamos conectados. Me pasa el teléfono, mi Gaby, porfis. Porque se me grababa, si no. Esto de la tecnología, bueno, mientras que yo logro comunicarme, esperando con muchas ganas en el programa. David, I'm online. We're waiting for you.
Okay, I didn't see how to join. I'll join now.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. Instagram, en my IG, yeah. Está en Instagram, like que no lo ve. Ajá. We're gonna send. Y bueno, mientras tanto los saludo. Hola, ¿cómo están todos? Nope, no te veo todavía, mi querido David. Y si le mandamos un invite entonces, y mientras tanto yo les empiezo a platicar con... Les puedo decir que el tema... Déjenme ver a David, A ver, ahí está.
Okay, there you go.
There we are. How are you? Welcome, David.
Yeah, I'm doing great. How are you?
Doing amazing, especially with my aura here besides me.
Fantastic. Looks great. I
Where are
have
you now,
my
David? Canada. Are you in Canada?
Yeah, I'm in Canada.
Awesome. Hey, I got a question for
Yeah.
you, which is super important. Well, first of all, I want to thank you for being on the show and letting you know that the Spanish-speaking public, gracias, mi Gaby, is learning every day a little bit more about your technology and what you're doing, what you're creating, and how you're healing and helping so many people. So, thanks for being here, and thanks for being part of this amazing movement, which is changing the world. So, David, if you had to explain quantum healing to a 5-year-old child, how would you explain it?
Quantum healing to a 5-year-old child. I would say it would be like energy that heals, and the energy is inside all of us, and the energy is already in everywhere, and we just need to learn how to access it. We just need to learn how to tap into it. We all have the ability to tap into this energy that's been around since the beginning of time, and we all have the ability to heal. But now with the technology, it just enhances it, right? We just turn it into something that you can press a button to turn on. But we can all do this ourselves with intention, with breathing and with with love, we can do that. But with a little bit of help from technology, it just goes a lot further. It's like amplifies you. It amplifies everything that you are. That's how I would explain it.
Well, I think it's a lovely explanation because it's true, and the most important part of that explanation is that energy is in us. I never was told anything about this when I was a little girl. Nobody told me that I was energy, that it was inside me, that it was around me, that it can help me. It's part of my life. I can just touch it and feel it and say, hey, come on, let's have a ride, but usually people don't talk about this. That's why I was telling you, how would you explain to a 5-year-old that, and how can we explain what this amazing aura coil is?
Well, it's like a source of energy. So everything in the world is frequency and vibration, right? We all heard from Nikola Tesla that if you want to learn the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. So there's frequencies for being healthy. There's frequencies for being lucky. Actually, frequencies for being attractive and attracting good things. On the other side, there's also frequencies that are negative, right? Frequencies for sickness, frequencies that will make you feel depressed, and frequencies that will make you age faster. So what we do is we use all the beneficial frequencies and we put them into the tablet here. There's over 10,000 of them, right? You have on there.
Yep.
And these are all precisely calculated with advanced software and advanced computers to emulate these frequencies that occur in nature. So like, what if you can capture all these wonderful and beneficial frequencies that can help a person and help yourself, and then create a software for it. That's what we've done. And that connects to the big coil that you have there. And the big coil is basically like a projector. It projects the energy with magnetism. It's just amazing how powerful the simple thing of magnets, and there's so much that we don't understand about magnets even now. And I was just watching some documentaries of how, like in the pyramids in the ancient civilization, like in even New Mexico, right?
Yes.
They have lots of carvings of technology that looks like magnets. Looks like not just magnet, it looks like electromagnets. So they were actually making diagrams and blueprints of electromagnetic technology back in the Mayan times,
Wow.
right? Back in the pyramid times. So that technology was lost, but they had it thousands of years ago. And that's the technology that they were able to use somehow to build all the pyramid structures and all the fascinating stones and carvings that we even can't even do today. So they had this technology that is far beyond what we thought they did at the time. And and now we are actually building our computers, building our quantum computer chips, emulating, copying the technology and the blueprints that they made back in the pyramids and back in the Mayan times.
Yeah.
Like for example, like the computer chips, you can see a chip and then they have all these lines coming out of the chip. It looks the same as like the Hadron Collider. They call it this, a portal into another world. But it's basically, we're taking ancient wisdom, ancient technology, and bringing it to modern times like today, in a way that anyone can access, that anyone can just press a button and anyone can do. Like, you don't have to train for years to be a Qigong master or be a Reiki master or something like that. And you don't even have to use your own energy, because when you're healing other people, a lot of people kind of tire themselves out and get burned out. You can just use energy that is from a device, like a Qi coil or aura coil. And And soon you're going to be getting one of these beds. Have you seen?
You know
Bed?
what? I'm so happy because we're gonna organically have our first cheek oil center here in Mexico, David. Do you,
Amazing.
you understand that? Because I want many people to feel it and to seal it. I can't believe it. That's
So,
the
so it also connects. So it's connected to the tablet, the same tablet, right? So you run the frequencies. You stand up so it's easier.
okay.
So we run the frequencies through this tablet. Right? So let's say I go here and I want to play the recharge frequency. I play it, and then it's connected to this amplifier here. I turn it up. Can you hear
Uh-huh.
the sound? You can hear the sound. It's kind of low right now. Um, I'll play something else so you can hear it better.
Okay.
For example, I play remove negative energy.
Let's do it.
So it's coming through the bed.
Oh, can you feel it?
Oh yeah. So you put your hands on here, it's vibrating my hand.
Wow. It's incredible, David. I can't wait to have it.
Yeah, like if you so this is the full
David,
body roll. You can just lie down here.
whew.
Then just like in 10 minutes you feel the whole body's vibrating. Because it has two powerful resonators right underneath. It has a resonator here and resonator here, so it shakes your whole body. And we're the only one with the light system too. So
Whoa.
pretty cool.
No. I can't wait to have it, to use it, and for many people to use it. Because I want to talk something about the aura, which is amazing. David, I would like to show the people, I have the magnet here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to explain this in Spanish. Esta maravilla se llama Aura Coil, esto que tenemos aquí. Y bueno, pues parece que no está haciendo nada, pero está haciendo muchísimas cosas, está emitiendo energía. Entonces, que es difícil para mí explicárselos aquí un poquito sentada, pero en este iPad, o sea, un tablet, pues tú controlas las diferentes frecuencias que tiene pues más de 10,000 frecuencias, ¿no? Y unas muy interesantes de sanación, pero quiero para que ustedes vean el poder de esto es lo que está haciendo, aquí está un imán, ¿vale? ¿Lo pueden ver? ¿Pueden ver el imán? Sí. Ahora vean esto. ¿Pueden ver cómo está moviendo? ¿Se llega a ver o no? Can you see it, David? Can
Yeah.
you see it moving? Can you see it or not?
Yeah, it's shaking. If you can do it,
Very strong.
yeah.
Ah,
Have you tried holding like three magnets at the same time? It's even stronger.
I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. I want to ask you a question. Is holding the magnet while you're close to the aura a good idea? Like,
Sure.
I'm in the bed and I have my
Yeah, it adds that vibrational, like physical vibration. Yeah,
yeah.
you can feel it even more.
And what about the headphones that are coming in? How do you use them?
You need a splitter. You see.
Yes.
You just plug the headphone in one of those, and then you can hear the sound too.
Okay, so the idea is that people get in the bed, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, they put the earphones and in the bed, or sometimes just the earphones and
Either way, the sound comes from the bed already.
oh, cool.
But you can add earphones too, right? So you can add earphones if you want to, hear the sound a little bit more clear. So you would add the cheek coils actually on the, you have mounts, so you can put the cheek coils on the front and the back of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have on both sides of the bed. So you'll have actually it's 10 different technologies right now. 10 different frequency technologies. Did you hear that? So we started with 6 and now 8 and then 10. And then next week we're launching another one. We add another 2 frequencies. So in total we have like 12 different frequency technologies all stacked together in one system, you can say.
I'm
Huh?
very proud of you.
So just to list them all, and it's PEMF frequency, right? Pulse electromagnetic fields, right? Frequencies, scalar energy, crystal resonance energy, sound therapy, EMF protection, and what else was there? I forgot. There's a couple more. What is that? 212. Oh yeah, we have the toroidal energy, right? So that's, and then one more was the last one. Crystal, yeah, crystal energy, crystal resonance. That's 8. The bed, you have the lights, right? So that's 9, and then you have the physical vibration. That's 10. So 10, and then we have a sneak peek of this one, which has another 2 later on next week.
Oh, I want to see that.
Sneak peek. You have to wait until next week.
Yeah, let me translate a little bit what you're saying. O sea, David está manejando ahora 10 tecnologías de energía diferentes. Entonces, muy pronto voy a tener en México la cama y por supuesto que quiero que todos ustedes tengan la oportunidad de sanar, porque esto es pura sanación. David, I want to ask you a question. In the rights, for example, you've done a lot of investigation about certain illnesses that were considered like there's nothing to do. Example, autism that has increased so much in the last year. So tell us a little bit of how these rife frequencies can heal people. How can we heal people through all of this that you're doing?
Well, speaking specifically about like learning disabilities and autism, we actually have a lot of success with it. Whereas many people are amazing and wondering how we're doing it because nobody else really has a really reliable solution. A lot of people are resorting to taking medication, and a lot of people just give up, right? They just decide, oh, this is just how life's going to be. But what we've been able to do is use these coils and use these frequencies to, I mean, at the most basic level, it's just to make them calmer, right? So instead of like just like reacting and screaming and being hypersensitive, these children are calmer and they can sit and be quiet, which is already a huge improvement, right? So on the basic level, we are able to calm children, adults obviously as well, but calm children any age and make them just more relaxed. And in that calmness, then it starts, now the professionals can actually work better because they can actually listen. They can actually communicate better now, right? They're not screaming. They're not reacting. They're not, throwing tantrums. So that alone is huge because that alone becomes the basis of starting to do other therapies that other people are doing. Okay. So now taking a step further, with consistent use of these frequencies, they start to actually have less symptoms of autism. So they will start to be able to communicate better. They will be able to, you would say,
Connect.
Just
connect with others.
Yeah, they can connect better, right? They're not like off on some, tangent or near some other reality. They're more focused into the present, and they can more focus on the conversation in front of them. So I think like I'm not a neuroscientist. I'm not a doctor, but what I think is happening is in Chinese traditional medicine, there is autism, right? And there are therapies for that. And the explanation of it is that the qi is in disarray. So the alignment of the meridians in the brain and the body are in disarray. They're all, disorganized. So if you can just reorganize the flow of energy, right? Then the body and the person will naturally start to align themselves and actually become more centered, right? So that's the traditional Chinese medicine explanation. And I think what's happening with the chi coils is that it's doing just that. It is balancing and reconnecting those energy centers in the body, right? Like in yoga, there's like the chakras and so on. And in Chinese, there's also chakras and meridians. But basically what it's done is reactivating ones that are kind of suppressed, and the ones that are overactive, it's actually calming them down. So it's balancing that flow of energy throughout the mind and the body. And when that happens, just not that the person just becomes better, right? Regardless of what thing. Like autism is just one thing. I mean, just in general, anything, emotionally, physically, even spiritually, it becomes better. You just become a better person. I don't know how to explain it. It's just that, I mean, you and I are weird examples, right? I had a digestive disorder for 10 years, and I suffered with bleeding every moment, every day. And I had no energy, chronic fatigue, brain fog, I couldn't focus, depressed, and I suffered for 10 years. And with this technology, I was able to just basically transform myself, and I no longer suffered. I cured myself. I healed myself with just frequencies, no surgery, no pills needed. Actually, all the pills gave me side effects, right? And it took me to a point where I said, well, I'm normal now. What's next? So now I went further than that, and now I'm super normal. I'm supernatural. Right? Like you.
Superhero.
Huh?
You're a superhero, David. No, the truth is, you know what I see in you? Maybe I've never told you some things I see in you, but one of the most beautiful things that I see in you is like this capacity to see more than people usually see. I think you have a definite third vision that many people don't have, and that's a gift and a big one. And sharing it with the world this way is a big. I mean, I think what you're doing is exactly giving back to the world what you learned you can have, because you lost it. Maybe because you were not in harmony. Maybe your energy and your frequency was a little bit and what you did was heal yourself, healing your energy.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of my strengths is I'm super sensitive. Like you said, I was really intuitive, right? That goes along with it. But I'm super sensitive, and that's good and bad, because if there's a negative energy, I really feel it and it affects me right away, right? And it changes my mood and changes my everything. That's why I need this technology to keep me keep me going well. So yeah, I've experienced the lowest lows and I experienced the highest highs. So I know the path that go from the lowest lows to the highest highs. So I've been there, I've done that. I know exactly what needs to happen in the mind, in the body, and energetically to get to from here to here. So that's why these technologies I know and I test and I verify, and actually we did clinical trials, right? First I verify myself. I have a hunch. It's, oh, I feel this. And then usually the hunch is right because I'm so sensitive to stuff. And then I send it to the scientists and say, okay, show me if this is real or not. And they say, yep, we tested it with 25 people. It works. And yeah, that's what I thought. And so I think that's one of my strengths is I'm super sensitive, sometimes to a fault, to energy. So when when I'm on the bed, I say, "Whoa, this is crazy. This is like shaking my body. I can feel it in seconds." And then I say, "Oh yeah, this is a product I'm going to, create. I'm going to develop." So everything that we create, like even the next thing that I'm releasing, is going.
David!
it's gonna it's pretty mind blowing. But I'll tell you what it is. Okay, it's the world's first.
Looks like a
It's
man.
the it's the world's first diamond powered beauty wand.
So I was right. It looked like a wand. It's a wand.
Yeah, it's the world's first diamond-powered beauty wand.
Wow. That's
Yeah,
incredible.
I know this is something you'll be super interested in, right?
Oh, of course I
All your
am.
friends. So anyway, that's coming out maybe in a week or maybe a week or two. We'll see.
In a week
Uh,
or two. So I
yeah,
can't see it yet, but I will
not
see
yet.
it. Okay.
No, you can do a screenshot later and go back and then you can freeze the frame. You can check it later.
I am so happy, David. Tell me something more, David. What is the biggest myth or misconception about quantum healing that you'd love to debunk today?
Biggest misconception. Uh, biggest misconception. Um, I wouldn't say it's a misconception. I would just say it's just the lack of
Ignorant, like not knowing, maybe?
just not knowing something, right? Just not knowing. Like everything is energy. So the misconception would be that energy doesn't affect you, right? The misconception that anything frequency related does not affect the person. That would be the misconception. Thinking that music doesn't affect you, or the different lights don't affect you, or the magnets don't magnetism and frequencies don't affect you, or the invisible things won't affect you. Only the physical things affect you. That would be the misconception, right? So that would be kind of like a very materialistic, like materials, like things you touch, materials, right? Materialistic perspective of the world. That would be the misconception, right? Whereas for me, I have an energetic conception of the world perspective, right? I see things as energy, not just material. I mean, it's both, right, at the same time. But the misconception would be that everything's just material, then there's no energy, right? So, and what I would say to that is, well, now science is showing you, like, if you're really skeptical, like, and you really into science, science is showing us that everything's energy. It's actually not material, right? So when they start to see the science, then they come over to the energy side, so to speak, and then they say, "Whoa, this world is bigger than I thought," and there's all these things happening, energy wise, frequency wise, that I didn't know was there,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what? Many people, let me tell you that since you sent me the aura, um, I've received a few people at home that a lady, amazing lady, she has a healing clinic in Mexico. She was diagnosed with cancer 6 years and a half ago. And when she was in the pre-operation analysis, she said, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to heal. And there was a place in Guadalajara where there was a 21-day energy treatment. And her friend, which was her, like when your business buddies, said, no, you're not going to go 21 days to Guadalajara. We're going to get the equipment and we're going to bring it to Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
6 years and a half ago, she's totally healed. When
Wow.
she came to meet the aura, she was totally impressed. Like absolutely impressed. So imagine when she comes and sees the bed. So I believe there's an opportunity for people to heal without just the option of Occidental medicine, which doesn't seem to be helping a lot, or gives
Yeah.
other symptoms. I will not fight with them, but I will say, why don't you combine it? I mean,
Yeah.
what bad can it do to have a cheek oil close to you where you don't even have to carry it? And it's generating an amazing energy for you and for who's around you. It helps everybody, starting with yourself. But if everybody watching could use like just one frequency today to elevate their well-being, which one would you recommend?
I would use remove negative energy as the first one on the tablet, right? Um, that's super powerful because it can just remove any blockages or negative emotions or traumas, even
Wow.
psychologically, uh, emotionally, or even in the body. If there's any kind of negative
Where
energy,
do I find it? In here in
quantum,
right
basically.
here? There.
Yeah, yeah.
You would use this one. You would
Yeah,
start.
I would say that's why it's first, because I think that's the most useful one that everybody can benefit from. And by the way, that's free. If you go to our web app, you can use that for free. So
Well, why don't
so
you tell us your web? And let me tell you, ahora sí les voy a decir en español, si ustedes quieren conocer un poquito más acerca de esta maravilla que se llama Aura Coil, de los chi coils y de poder sanar a través de frecuencias y lo sencillo en realidad que es, y es pues pensar un poquito fuera de la caja, amigas y amigos, pues mamá, mándenme un mensaje y díganme que quieren saber un poquito más, que yo les platico todo lo que yo sé acerca de esto y los pongo en contacto con todo el equipo de David, que son unos magazos, y la verdad es que me siento muy orgullosa de todo lo que David está haciendo y más que lo está compartiendo con tanto amor con todo el público de habla hispana. Así que I was telling them that you're very generous in sharing all of this with the Spanish-speaking public, and I know you're going to heal many, 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 many people. I am so sure that's going to happen because I believe that we deserve feeling well. I'm happy to see you so well as always. And I'm very happy that I feel much, much better every day too. So thank you,
fantastic.
David. David, to finish the show, what would you tell our friends? Give them a last David Wong tip.
David Wong tip is just use the chi. Use the chi and prosper. That's what I usually say at the end, right? Just use the chi. That's it's like the force, right? Like in Star Wars, just use it. It's there. It's available. You can use it, and it'll transform your
Yeah,
life.
they're little ones. We have little ones. We have bigger ones like the aura, but it's something that you don't even have to hang on. You know, like you don't have to
Yeah.
put it anywhere. It's just gonna
Yeah.
help you be the best you.
Yeah,
They,
it's just like the movie, like Luke Skywalker. He has used the Force, right, from Obi-Wan Kenobi. Um, when he was stuck, right? When he was stuck, he just found out that I think when he just found out that or he had to like destroy the Death Star, right? And he didn't know if he can do it. He needed some extra help, some kind of supernatural help to achieve something that was near impossible. So Obi-Wan Kenobi as a ghost says, use the chi. I mean, use the force, Luke, right? So same thing, right? Like we may encounter difficult things in our lives, like impossible things to accomplish, but you are like the chosen one, like Luke Skywalker, and you need the chi. You need to use this chi to accomplish what you think is impossible, but actually the chi is everywhere and is around us and in us, and we just need to know how to access it.
it's asking us to knock the door and say what you just said. Use the force, use the chi. David, I love you with all my heart. Take care, and I'll be sending info very soon.
All right.
I
Yeah.
love you, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Take care. Big hug from all the Spanish speaking people.